How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on episode 3 of season 2 for Iron Fist, This Deadly Secret. The last episode was a real doozy, because we got to see Davos and Dany's fight. We, knew that Dany would win the fight, but we didn't get to see how much, impact Davos made. And we kind of sympathized with Davos, because Davos got the upper hand during the entirety of that fight. Like I said, we didn't get to see all of the fight, and the fight would have been long and straining, as we obviously saw on both Davos and Dany. But through the flashbacks, we kind of got the idea that Davos had the upper hand, and we began sympathizing with his, his pain when he keeps saying that I deserve the fist more than you, because he was absolutely laying it to Dany, and yet Dany was named the victor. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see where things go, because, of course, we know what's happening with both Joy and Davos with the whole antique thing that will, I guess, like I said, it's 99.9% confirmed that it's going to switch the Iron Fist from Dany to Davos, because that's what Davos is after. So, interesting times are ahead of us after, seeing that flashback and having this idea of what, damage Davos could do with the Iron Fist, with what he feels he deserves. We also are anticipating the breakdown between the Tigers and the Hatchets after all of that work, getting the two to, see eye to eye and, hug it out. It's all undone because of Davos. So, that's fab, isn't it? But yeah, let's get on with episode 3. Looking forward to this. The first 2 episodes have been pretty rad so far. So, I'm hoping that episode 3 does, continue on the same pace, because so far, I'm absolutely loving season 2, but we've got, several episodes left, so it could all break down from here. But I've got hope. I'm an optimist. So let's go.
Some problems get worse when you punch them.
Woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Well, actions speak louder than words.
So what's new on the Frank Choi front?
She's a bit...
We're gonna play that game, huh?
So, yeah, just... whoosh, swerve it out.
Talking about you overreaching.
Yeah. And then I asked you something I know is important to you.
You did not. You deflected from the issue.
There is no issue.
Damn, you have
gotta agree with Colleen, because she is concerned.
You've got some unresolved issues around your sister. Welcome to the club. What are you actually feeling right now?
Very deep, though.
I feel...
It's not just the sister, it's the
know
father.
That you're all a bunch of assholes.
He's doing the thing! I love him! Oh, wow. I mean, he just wants to know. Just give him some closure.
She only just divested.
A foreign investor, I think. You should have seen this little prick. David. No.
Couples, come on,
Davos.
let it out.
Davos.
Wait, you know him?
Oh, here we are. This is the gravy on the meat.
Dinner, drinks.
Maybe it can work.
At your place.
Maybe it can work.
It out.
People
we could
never.
do this tonight, even.
Tonight? I don't know, Ward. It's kind of late notice. I mean, I'd have to ask.
Tomorrow night, maybe. What is... Oh, I love them too now.
Coincidentally.
Oh no, the cliche. Oh!
It's on
I didn't know you were here.
Especially when you're trying to mend fences.
She might not even turn up if she knows I'm gonna be here. Come on, Danny, do me a favor.
Oh, that's true. She's distancing herself, so...
I'll call you once the runway's cleared.
Hey! I love Ward and Daddy. Awesome.
Give us an earful. He wouldn't like you putting your feet on his throne.
This thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not here.
He'd bark if anyone so much as looked at it. Said it was where he did all of his best thinking.
Yeah, but he's not here, is he? Yeah. I'm just gonna say...
Dang, half whatever's in there is mine.
There's a reason why. Suspicious, like that paranoia of keeping secrets and all that.
Do I really have to go? I have to go.
Mary,
it's just because of her personality. It's like she's allowing herself, it's her personality speaking to her, saying, "Don't do this."
Someone is watching you.
Who? Who's watching?
You!
Someone called Walker.
Who's Walker? Someone called Walker.
Doesn't make sense that she gives these to you.
She's
I
a
don't like that
PI?
she was here.
Someone called
You know?
Walker?
What if she took something or
I'm kidding, I'm
installed
kidding.
webcams?
He just thought that she wouldn't turn up if she knew he was here, so...
Oh my god, that is ridiculous. So we just...
Too late.
I'll roll with it.
Yeah, we'll have to roll with the cliche.
The idea just went out of the window. Hey! Hi, Joy. Come in. Hi. Good to see you.
Oh.
Hello. Hi. Are you?
This is already awkward and we're not at dinner. It's 5 seconds.
You want to put your... Because although we grew up worlds apart, we have many common interests. Wow. The universe. There you go.
Mighty big universe.
But it's really cozy sometimes.
Hey, Davos, I got a grill out back if you want to give me a hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Joy,
I was gonna say,
step into my lab. Hey.
Did Danny just whiff the bullshit?
Well, no one can understand Conlon if they haven't lived it.
No.
True.
They can't.
This world, the real world,
You're the only one who knows
is
what
a
we
foreign
went through.
place for those who went to Conlon, like Danny.
In that way, we are
Davos.
alike. Danny, what are those?
They're meatballs. They're for the pasta.
Oh.
And this is how they are prepared. Recall a moment of truth. Do you remember? A true test that you just walked away from.
Do you think you know me?
Oh boy, here we go. And one isn't even here.
We've both been crazy busy.
Everything doesn't have to be settled in a goddamn sun chamber in frickin' Lund.
Oh, damn. Colleen's just like absolutely poured fuel to the fire here.
Don't
Seems like Ward wasn't even...
Let him come back.
Ward wasn't even needed.
So now it's my turn.
pretty much.
Please, please.
What's your problem with Danny?
I just love how
I
Colleen's
didn't say
just
that I had a
absolutely
problem
poked it.
with Danny.
We did what we did to protect you.
I can protect myself. So much.
Can't
of my life
sympathize
was
with
spent
Joy
living
for a
lie.
bit.
And I know.
That protection.
I know that
There's
Harold wasn't.
a side to that.
I know he's a troubled man.
More
I know
than
that he
that.
wasn't right.
No, just hold on, okay?
Come on.
Let's sit back down.
Hook it out. Hook it
Let's work
out.
through this.
I think the wounds are just a little too fresh.
Aww. Sometimes you can put
That's
a
why me and
plaster on
Ward
them
agreed
and...
to do this.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm sorry, what?
Ward's just gonna
Ward.
walk in like, surprise!
He's coming. We need to figure this out.
Families are crazy. Relationships are hard.
Require
Life
a lot
brings
of
challenges, always. This is a flashpoint for you, this thing with Joy. Whatever the hell is going on between you,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did it better.
if you don't work it out, I'm afraid you won't be able to have a single successful human relationship.
Ooh.
How would he have gotten his hands on those?
You said she was the best.
Oh shit, Mary! Oh my god!
Call Walker. Tell her we're coming now.
Oh
I know
my
it didn't go the way
god!
you wanted it to.
Weapons.
He is the weapon.
I was gonna say. The Iron Fist? Nah, not happening. I just gotta love that though. That modern day take on Danny's costume. It's just really, really sick.
35%.
It's a matter of honor.
Oh no.
It's pride.
Oh shit.
These are fair terms. Take them or bring on the war.
Oh boy, no, 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 no. It'll be a bit too late, isn't it? Ah, here we go. I'm sure Colleen can take on that person there, but of course it didn't have like we can't sit down and talk.
End him.
Good luck. Good luck. Oh, nice. Uh-oh. Oh, got it. Holy shit. Wow!
Who's out there? Tell me!
Oh boy.
Who's outside?
You will tell us the details, or I will make you.
Oh damn.
Jesus. Doesn't have to go down like this.
What the hell is...
Like you said, we had a prior arrangement.
Do it.
Partner threat.
So it must be her acting up.
I'm not leaving here until you do.
Whatever blows your skirt up.
Holy shit! I am absolutely more impressed with her character as time goes on, but that twist is just like... Of course, you know, you begin to like a character and you find out that she's working for the enemy, so it's like... Oh boy. What a fun episode that was. As awkward as the dinner scene were, obviously, because you gotta have dinner. You gotta have, you know, two sides. You gotta have, like, two conflicting sides at a dinner, and, you know, it can't go any other way than awkward, and awkward it was. Well, it got a lot feisty, as you would expect, but it definitely had its moments of awkwardness. Which I thought, you know, them, like, this whole idea of trying to, you know, smooth things out between two conflicting sides was a really, really great thing, because it wasn't just, you know, Danny, Colleen against Davos and Joy, it was, you know, the meeting between, Mrs. Yang and the Tiger spokesperson, which I thought would get a lot more focus considering what happened to Mr. Yang in the last episode, but, it seems like they had a bit of a cover there. Like, it seems like Mrs. Yang knew about the whole situation and, you know, to stop this from, you know, getting more complicated, she had to step in and make that excuse. So, I thought that would have taken a lot more of the, I guess, center role in this episode, but I'm not complaining with what we've got, because we've got some really, really juicy details following the dinner scene. It was great to see, you know, Danny and Davos, you know, well, Danny tried to, you know, come at, because I think he was being really, really genuine to Davos when he was, you know, being so gracious towards him. Davos, of course, is still going to feel that resentment, but because, you know, they, both Joy and Davos had that, you know, snide, you know, front on them, so... But, you know, it was just really, really great to see everything play out from with the dinner scene. Before I go on to that, though, I did love the, you know, the fights. I think we're going backwards in this episode, but I was just going to say I loved the fight scene between Danny and the Tigers, and then Mrs. Yang, especially when she went to stab that tiger in the eye. It was really, really superb stuff, but you know, when that Tiger spokesperson was like, end him, it was like, you're not going to do shit. So it was really, really fun stuff. Yeah, the dinner scene, like I said, that was, as you'd expect, awkward. But it was just really, really great to see, you know, them steering to a cliche approach, especially with Ward, you know, coming through being like, oh, I didn't know you were here. But Colleen was the, I guess, was the one to fuel the fire with her demand to drop this charade and, you know, air out the real grievances, of course, with, her being able to sense that, well, she even said it to Danny before we got around to dinner, if, like, she was feeling that frustration with Joy's, pretentious, I guess, front. And then she just had enough of it and decided to air out everything because there was some, unsettling vibes, going, I guess, bouncing off between each other. So, it was really, really great to see Colleen in on the action, like, try to get everyone to, you know, air it out and hopefully, well, it was never going to be a kiss and makeup session, was it? But, especially since Davos doesn't have the fist yet. And Joy and Davos were never genuine in their, you know, graciousness. I mean, you even were like, oh, it's all going to plan, isn't it? This whole snide personality we're putting on the show, basically. But no, in all seriousness, it was just really, really great to see Colleen just get in there and, you know, I guess stab the knife in there. It's basically what you could say. Because she wants things to be aired out, and it was just really, really great, especially to see Joy in the thick of it, because Davos, I guess, is usually the one who I would associate to lashing out a bit more, but he went off to cool down, and then he decided to leg it once he saw the surveillance pictures, which I'll get onto in a minute. But it was Joy who, because this is what I'm thinking, you know, Joy and Davos, they make a very, very dangerous combination. And Davos is usually the most aggressive one, but it was Joy who was letting out her steam in this one when she was lecturing Danny about, you know, her and Ward conspiring against her with Harold, and then, you know, that theme continued when Danny said, oh, well, we were going to bring Ward here, and she was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I do feel a bit for Joy, I'm not gonna lie. Because, but I think it's a matter of perspective. Like, some people might, you know, take that on the chin, as we say. But Joy is not one to do that. Like, I think Joy, and her personality, she feels betrayed. Even though Danny is doing his best to, like, has done her best to protect her. Joy is just not resonating with that, and, like I said, it was fuel to the fire when when Danny said, well, we were going to bring Ward here. Because, of course, like the Harold situation, Joy wasn't involved. So, it was just, you do kind of sympathise with Joy a bit, but, you know, her partnering with Davos, not cool. But then again, like I said, you do sympathise with Davos, as we, you know, reflected on in the last episode. But I think, like I said, I think it's all to do with a matter of perspective. I guess it's, not everyone's going to react the same way as Joy. Some people might, you know, may be able to understand where Danny was coming from, you know, keeping Joy unsullied, I guess. But, you know, some people will react the way Joy did, and it's just a shit shame. I can't speak. But it was a really, really fascinating story with Ward as well, continuing about how engrossing his story is. I mean, it's not, you know, the thick of it like the whole Danny Davos situation, but it's really, really great to, you know, focus on his mess of a mind, because it literally is a mess at the minute. He's got to deal with his past with Harold, he's got to deal with this fracture with Joy, and now he's got to deal with this extra problem that someone ratted out to, that, you know, someone informed Joy. Did I say Roy? I don't know, but someone informed Joy that he was attending his anger management thing, and, you know, he didn't have that opportunity to tell her himself. So he feels a bit betrayed, and he thinks that's, like, he's feeling that anger, that paranoia, because nobody's fessing up to telling him who told Joy, because he wanted to, but couldn't have that opportunity because someone beat him to the punch. So it's just really, really great to focus on Ward's, mindset at this minute, because, there's that need to, glue things up with Joy, but, Joy's problems is really kicking Ward in the gut. And, like I said, there's problems that keeps piling onto his mind, and it's just really, it must be really, really frustrating. So, speaking of frustrations though, Danny will probably be a bit mad that, Ward didn't come along, but like, we saw in this episode, he was in a bit of a pickle himself with not knowing who told Joy about, his anger management thing. So, he's in a bit of a rut, and you sympathise with him. What I did love, though, was his scene with Danny. I thought that was when they were planning on the whole cliche, I'll come in by coincidence, for the dinner thing. I really, really loved the, connectivity between Danny and Ward. I just felt so, I don't know, blessed. It's a weird feeling, but it was just a really, really, nice scene with Danny and Ward. So I really, really loved that. So the big twist, we had in this episode, I guess, was, the fact that Mary, well, it's not just the fact that she's confirmed to have multiple personalities with, her associating Walker to someone else, but that she's working with Davos and Joy. Why? I mean, it's always the nice ones, isn't it? The ones who bring so much charm in their character presentations, and, you just love them. They have to, they have to have some skeletons in their closet, and skeletons, well, I wouldn't be surprised if she literally has any, skeletons in her closet with the way she, launched those swords at Davos's throat, like he was inches away from being beheaded. But, yeah, I mean, it was just really, really interesting to find that plot revelation that, she's, working with Davos and Joy. But also, we kind of had a whiff of it though, like in the last episode, the whiff of, her having different personalities, but it was confirmed because she associates Walker as someone else. So that was really, really interesting. Now, what's really, really interesting, I'm not making any theories whatsoever. I mean, it could, but I doubt it. She does kind of look, I mean, I've said she looks like MJ. Don't get me wrong, but I think, the more you look at her, the more she does remind, like, the more her face reminds you of Trish. And her last name is Walker. Coincidence? No, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But she does look like her, I'm not gonna lie. But it's gonna be very, very, interesting to see how, further down we can go with, Mary's story, considering the fact that, we found out a lot of juicy information about her. So, I'm just, gutted, because I was beginning to, respect Mary and feel, well, I still do feel so bad with her, because she's in a bit of a rut herself, but why did you have to do that, Mary? No, it was just really, really fascinating, because I didn't pitch her to, work alongside Joy and Davos, but here we are. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm hoping to know a bit more about Mary, because like I said, I think she's been a fascinating character from the get-go. And, that didn't stop, once we found out that plot revelation, so great stuff. But I can't wait to see where things go, because the thing is, it's got such a short run. Well, I say short, it's only 3 episodes, that might not be big, but I think in total that's like, 3 hours, cut from your, well, in average, I guess. 3 hours cut from the standard 13 that, Marvel Netflix shows usually give off. But still, it's just really, really awesome to see where, how good the first 3 episodes have been so far. Loving Ward's story, especially. Might not be the main course, but it's an appealing appetizer. But the fight, the awkward dinner scene, it was just really, really fun stuff. And like I said, I can't wait to see where things go, especially for Mary's story, since we had that, god damn it, plot reveal. But I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how, you know, much further Iron Fist Season 2 can go. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Meaty Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!